We live in a world where it's so easy to believe that happiness lies somewhere else, in someone else's life, in some bigger city, behind some shinier screen. But sometimes, what we truly need is not out there. Sometimes it's right here, in the quiet, in the ordinary, in the life we've stopped noticing. This is the story of Ali, a simple village boy who thought he was missing out, until he discovered that peace was never far away. It was just waiting to be seen. In a quiet, dusty village nestled between golden wheat fields and sleepy hills, lived a young man named Ali. The villagers in Nurpur all knew Ali as a bright, kind-hearted boy who helped his father, a humble tailor, in their small shop at the corner of the bustling village square. Though Ali stitched clothes with great care and dedication, his heart longed for something more. Every evening after the village work slowed and the sun painted the sky with hues of fire and amber, Ali would sit under the old banyan tree, scrolling through his cousin's photos on a second-hand smartphone. His cousin Samir had moved to the city and often posted pictures of himself in polished suits, sipping coffee in glassy cafes, standing next to shiny cars, or posing in front of tall buildings that seemed to touch the clouds. Ali would stare at those photos with a quiet ache in his chest, wondering if he too was supposed to be somewhere bigger, somewhere better. He began to question everything about his life, his simple clothes, his old bicycle, his father's quiet existence, and the slow rhythm of village days. Why am I here? He would ask himself. Why not there in the city, like Samir? This silent comparison grew in his heart like a weed, choking the joy out of the things he once loved. He started to resent the shop, snapping at customers and showing irritation even when his father gently corrected his stitching. He stopped laughing with his friends, stopped attending the evening cricket matches, and began spending more time alone. One day, after a particularly frustrating afternoon at the shop, where a customer mocked his clothes for being too local, Ali stormed off and wandered into the fields behind the village. He kept walking until he found himself near the old hut of Baba Karim, the village's wise elder, known for his silence, his stories, and the peaceful smile that never left his face. Baba Karim sat outside his hut, quietly, weaving a basket. Without invitation, Ali sat beside him, not saying a word. Minutes passed before Baba Karim looked up and asked, "Why do your eyes look like a storm, child?" Ali tried to laugh, but ended up sighing. "I don't know, Baba. Maybe because I feel like I'm failing. Everyone else seems to be ahead in life. My cousin is in the city, doing big things. I'm just here, fixing buttons and sewing shirts." Baba Karim listened, nodding slowly, and then said, "Let me tell you a story. There were once two seeds, lying side by side in the soil. One grew quickly, stretching high into the sky, proud and visible. The other grew slower, its roots going deep before it ever broke the surface. People praised the tall one, never noticing the other. But one day, a storm came. The tall one fell, its roots too shallow to hold. The other? It stood strong because it had spent its time building where no one could see." Ali looked at Baba Karim, a flicker of something stirring inside him. "But how do I stop feeling left behind?" he asked. Baba smiled. "You are not behind. You are just not on the same path. Happiness is not a race, Ali. It's a seed that grows when watered with gratitude, patience, and purpose. Your cousin's life may look grand, but you don't see the storms he faces. Social media shows the shine, not the struggle. Don't compare your roots with someone else's fruits." That night, Ali walked back home slowly, thinking about the story. He noticed the moonlight dancing on the wheat, the smell of roti from nearby homes, the sound of crickets, things he had stopped appreciating. Over the next few weeks, Ali began changing. He stopped checking his phone every hour. He laughed more with his father, took pride in the perfect lines of his stitches, and even started teaching local kids how to sew. Word spread, and soon people from nearby villages came to get their clothes stitched by Ali Master, the boy with golden hands. Samir visited the village months later, looking tired and thinner. Over tea, he confessed that life in the city was fast, lonely, and exhausting. "Sometimes," he said quietly, "I miss the peace here. Ali smiled, handing him a perfectly sewn kurta. We all have different journeys, Bai. I think I'm right where I need to be. And for the first time in years, Ali felt something he couldn't scroll to find. Contentment. The kind that grows not from what you chase, but from what you cherish. The kind of happiness that lives not in comparison, but in presence. And Nurpur, the little village, shone a bit brighter with the quiet joy of a young man who had stopped comparing and started living.